Welcome. Today we're exploring the top 4 rare United States of America 1-cent coins, each valued for different conditions, key mint marks, and special varieties that collectors are always searching for. From early historic pennies and scarce low mintage issues to famous era coins and beautifully preserved uncirculated examples, these 1-cent coins can sometimes be worth far more than their face value. The condition of the coin, whether it is heavily circulated, lightly worn, uncirculated, or preserved in pristine mint state, plays a major role in determining its collector value. Mint marks such as P, D, and S, along with rare no-mint mark varieties and notable minting errors, significantly affect rarity and demand among collectors. Let's get started. First up, the 1981 Lincoln penny, 1-cent coin with a D mint mark in circulated condition, is more than just a piece of copper. It's a small yet powerful portal into the history, economy, and culture of the United States during the early 1980s, a period defined by change, innovation, and nostalgia. And its journey through time tells a story far richer than its humble monetary value might suggest. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin carries the unmistakable D mint mark below the date, signifying its origin and connecting it to one of the nation's most important coin-producing facilities, a place where craftsmanship and mass production intersect to create millions of coins destined for daily circulation. At first glance, the coin's obverse presents the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president who symbolizes perseverance, honesty, and leadership in a nation striving to define itself, captured in a design that has become timeless over more than a century of minting. Lincoln's profile, though softened by decades of handling and wear, still exudes a quiet dignity, with his gaze turned slightly to the right, capturing the essence of contemplation and determination, qualities that resonate deeply with collectors and history enthusiasts alike. The legend "In God We Trust" arches gracefully above Lincoln's head, a phrase that has adorned American coinage for over a century, serving as a reminder of the values and principles that have guided the country through both prosperous and challenging times. To the left of the portrait, liberty remains visible, though worn, symbolizing the enduring commitment of the United States to freedom, equality, and individual rights, ideals that have guided generations of Americans. The date 1981 stands boldly, anchoring the coin in a specific historical moment, a year in which Ronald Reagan had just begun his presidency, economic recovery was underway, and the country was navigating its place in a rapidly changing world. The small D mint mark beneath the date is subtle yet significant, linking the coin to the Denver Mint, whose precision and consistent quality ensured that coins like this would circulate for decades without losing their identity. Flipping the coin to its reverse side, the Lincoln Memorial design dominates, a tribute introduced in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday, with its intricate columns and statues symbolizing the strength and resilience of both the man and the nation he helped shape. United States of America stretches across the top, asserting national identity, while 1 cent below clearly denotes its denomination, a reminder that even the smallest coins can hold historical significance. E pluribus unum, positioned above the denomination, reinforces the idea of unity and shared purpose, echoing Lincoln's own vision for a divided nation restored through courage and principle. In circulated condition, this coin shows the patina of time, softening on the edges, faint scratches, and areas where the original luster has mellowed, creating a texture that tells a story of everyday life, commerce, and countless human interactions over the past 4 decades. The copper surface has darkened to a warm reddish-brown, reflecting both oxidation and decades of handling, giving the coin character and depth that collectors often find more appealing than a pristine example. Each mark and scratch is like a footprint of history, evidence of the coin's journey through pockets, cash registers, jars, and coin collections, each representing a moment in American daily life from 1981 onward. Holding this coin in your hand is a tactile experience, connecting you to a specific era, evoking memories of a world before digital transactions dominated, when coins were essential to daily commerce and small change held tangible value in everyone's pocket. The Lincoln Penny series, created in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth, remains one of the most beloved and enduring coin series in American numismatics, admired not only for its historical significance but also for its elegant simplicity and timeless design. Victor David Brenner, the original designer, captured Lincoln's likeness with an artistry that continues to resonate today, making even a circulated 1981 penny a small work of historical art. The journey of a circulated 1981 Lincoln penny is a narrative of ordinary Americans, from children saving coins in jars to adults paying for everyday purchases, all unknowingly participating in the coin's long, meandering story. Over time, the coin has developed subtle variations in shading, small nicks along the rim, and softening of Lincoln's facial features, each imperfection a testament to its authenticity and lived history, distinguishing it from mass-produced, untouched specimens. Collectors and enthusiasts value circulated coins like this because they are real artifacts of human experience, tangible reminders of decades gone by and the stories carried in everyday life. The reddish-brown copper hue, combined with the wear patterns unique to each coin, gives each 1981D penny a personality of its own, one that reflects both history and craftsmanship in equal measure. Despite being commonplace at the time of production, these coins now serve as a bridge to the past, connecting modern collectors to the early 1980s and the social, economic, and cultural context of the period. This coin is a symbol of continuity, maintaining the same design language and honoring Lincoln's legacy while quietly moving through the world, changing hands countless times yet remaining fundamentally the same piece of history. Even in circulated condition, a coin like this captures the imagination of collectors, drawing attention for its authenticity, its story, and its connection to one of the most famous figures in American history. Every scratch, every dull spot, every edge where tells a small chapter in its journey, a silent witness to the daily lives and small transactions of ordinary people, a tangible link to the passing of time. While many might overlook a circulated penny as insignificant, a closer look reveals a rich tapestry of history, artistry, and human interaction, all encapsulated within a piece of copper barely an inch across. Next up, the 1974 Lincoln penny, 1-cent coin without a mint mark in a brown shade, represents more than just a humble piece of copper. It is a tangible remnant of American history, culture, and economic life, a small yet significant artifact that carries with it the stories of generations who have held it in their hands, passed it along in transactions, and saved it for the hope of one day discovering its hidden value. Struck during a time of significant social and economic change in the United States, the 1974 Lincoln penny was minted without a mint mark, a designation indicating its origin from the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most historically important coin-producing facilities in the country, where craftsmanship and precision were combined to produce coins destined for everyday use. The obverse of this penny features the enduring portrait of Abraham Lincoln, whose profile has graced the penny since 1909, standing as a symbol of honesty, leadership, and resilience, capturing in fine detail the noble features of a man whose legacy continues to resonate through American history. Lincoln's visage, though softened and subtly worn by decades of circulation, still conveys a sense of dignity and contemplation, a timeless reminder of the values he championed, and in this particular 1974 penny, those soft lines tell a story of everyday life and commerce spanning nearly half a century. Above Lincoln's head, the legend "In God We Trust" stretches across the top, reminding us of the moral and spiritual underpinnings that have accompanied the nation's coinage for over a century, a phrase that carries both symbolic and historical weight in its brevity. To the left of the portrait, liberty is clearly visible, albeit softened by circulation, symbolizing the enduring American commitment to freedom and individual rights, values that have guided the country through both prosperous and challenging times, and which are subtly preserved in the copper surface of this coin. The date 1974 stands prominently, anchoring the coin to a specific moment in history, a year marked by political shifts, social movements, and economic uncertainty, capturing in its small copper form a snapshot of an era that continues to fascinate historians and collectors alike. The absence of a mint mark signifies its production in Philadelphia, lending the coin a historical nuance, as the Philadelphia Mint has long been a cornerstone of U.S. coinage, producing millions of coins that would circulate across the country, each acquiring its own unique patina and history. Flipping the coin to the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial design dominates the scene, a tribute introduced in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday, with its stately columns and intricate architectural details symbolizing strength, endurance, and the enduring legacy of the nation's 16th president. The words "United States of America" stretch across the top, asserting the national identity and reminding us that even the smallest denominations carry the weight of a nation's history and pride. Below the Lincoln Memorial, 1 cent clearly denotes the coin's face value, while above the monument, E pluribus unum quietly reminds us of the ideal of unity, a principle Lincoln himself embodied and sought to preserve through his leadership. This particular 1974 penny, in brown shade condition, shows the natural aging and toning that copper develops over decades, a warm, rich patina that gives the coin character and authenticity, a visual testimony to the passage of time and the countless hands through which it has passed. Every tiny scratch, subtle dent, and softened edge is a mark of history, evidence of the coin's journey through pockets, cash registers, and coin collections, each imperfection enhancing its story rather than diminishing its value. The brown coloration, a result of natural oxidation and exposure to the elements, provides a warm, earthy tone, distinguishing this coin from its uncirculated, shinier counterparts, and appealing to collectors who value history and authenticity over pristine appearance. Handling a circulated 1974 penny evokes a connection to the everyday lives of Americans during the 1970s, a time when coins were central to commerce, savings, and even childhood traditions like coin collections and piggy banks. The Lincoln Penny series, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth, remains one of the most iconic and beloved coin series in American numismatics, admired for both its aesthetic simplicity and its deep historical resonance. Victor David Brenner's original design captures Lincoln's thoughtful expression and sturdy presence, qualities that continue to engage collectors and historians more than a century after the coin's introduction, making even a circulated 1974 penny a small work of historical art. The coin's journey is a narrative of ordinary Americans, from the hands of children who saved it in jars to adults who used it in everyday transactions, all participants in a shared history that few could have imagined would one day make this simple copper piece collectible. Over time, the coin develops unique wear patterns, variations in shading, and softened details, each of which contributes to its individuality and tells a story of movement, handling, and daily life across decades. Collectors appreciate circulated coins like this one because they are genuine artifacts, embodying the tangible experiences of everyday people, providing a tactile link to the past that uncirculated coins often lack. The brown shade itself is a mark of authenticity, reflecting decades of exposure to air, handling, and storage conditions that give the coin its characteristic warmth and depth of color. Even a simple coin like the 1974 Lincoln penny holds the power to evoke nostalgia, connect generations, and spark curiosity about history, economics, and culture, bridging the gap between past and present. Each wear mark and subtle scratch is not a flaw but a story, an illustration of the countless transactions and exchanges in which the coin played a role, silently witnessing the unfolding of history in homes, shops, and banks across America. The coin reminds us that history is not only recorded in books and monuments but also in everyday objects, and that even the smallest pieces of currency can carry immense cultural and historical significance. Despite being a common coin at the time of minting, the 1974 Lincoln penny in circulated brown shade has gained value in the eyes of collectors who recognize its historical journey, condition, and connection to a particular era in American history. Collectors value this coin for its narrative, its authenticity, and the patina that tells of decades of use, understanding that each mark, scratch, and toning is part of its unique story. Next up, the 1978 Lincoln penny, 1-cent coin without a mint mark in circulated condition, is far more than a simple piece of copper. It represents a slice of American history, a tangible artifact of everyday life in the late 1970s, carrying with it the stories of countless hands that have passed it along in pocket change, cash registers, and coin collections, quietly witnessing decades of economic and cultural change in the United States. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the absence of a mint mark, this coin is part of a lineage of Lincoln pennies that have circulated for generations, connecting the ordinary lives of Americans to the broader sweep of history through a design that has endured for nearly 7 decades by the late 1970s. On the obverse side, we are greeted by the enduring profile of Abraham Lincoln, whose visage has graced the penny since its introduction in 1909, commemorating his 100th birthday. Lincoln's profile, meticulously crafted by Victor David Brenner, exudes dignity, resolve, and a reflective presence, even after years of circulation. The legend, "In God We Trust," arches above Lincoln's head, a phrase that has accompanied U.S. coinage since the 1860s, reflecting a national tradition of invoking faith and moral grounding, and adding historical weight to this otherwise modest coin. To the left of Lincoln, the word "liberty" stands boldly, a reminder of the foundational principle on which the nation was built, while to the right, the date 1978 anchors the coin in time, placing it within a period of American history marked by political, economic, and cultural shifts that shaped modern life. The absence of a mint mark indicates the coin's origin in Philadelphia, a city with a deep-rooted connection to the history of U.S. coinage, where the mint has produced countless pennies that have circulated across the country, each developing its own patina and unique story. Turning the coin over, the reverse side features the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday, depicting the solemn columns and intricate architecture of the monument in Washington, D.C., symbolizing unity, perseverance, and national pride. Above the monument, "United States of America" reminds the holder of the coin of its national identity, and beneath it, 1 cent, clearly denotes the coin's value, the smallest unit of American currency that has played an outsized role in the everyday economy. The phrase, "E pluribus unum," Latin for, "out of many one," completes the reverse design, connecting the coin to the ideals of unity and diversity, a principle that Lincoln himself embodied, and a subtle reminder of the enduring values of the nation. This particular 1978 penny in circulated condition shows the natural where that comes from decades of handling, giving it a unique texture and character, with softened details and edges that tell a story of ordinary transactions, piggy banks, and daily commerce. Its brown shade, a product of copper oxidation over time, gives it a warm, earthy hue that differentiates it from uncirculated coins and highlights the authenticity of its journey through countless hands, pockets, and cash registers. Even minor scratches, dents, and imperfections become part of the coin's narrative, providing a tangible record of its use and the passage of time, adding depth and character that collectors find appealing in circulated examples. Holding a 1978 Lincoln penny is to hold a piece of living history, a coin that has moved through the economy, witnessed generations, and quietly marked the flow of daily life, from the smallest purchases to the act of saving coins for the future. The brown coloration, while considered less pristine than uncirculated coins, is a testament to the coin's authenticity and historical journey, showing the unique toning patterns that only decades of circulation can create. Collectors and enthusiasts often value circulated coins like this 1978 penny for their real-world connection to history, recognizing that each mark and shade tells a story that no uncirculated coin can replicate, and each worn edge serves as a reminder of the coin's life and experiences. The coin's design, rooted in the artistry of Victor David Brenner, captures the essence of Lincoln's leadership and humanity, ensuring that even a modest, heavily circulated penny carries the weight of national history and symbolism. Over the years, this coin has transitioned from everyday currency to an item of historical and collectible interest, reflecting the way small objects can take on cultural and financial significance over time. The wear and patina on this circulated penny give it a distinct personality, distinguishing it from mass-produced, unhandled coins, and inviting collectors to study its surface for the nuances that mark its decades-long journey. The 1978 Lincoln penny is also a reminder of the broader context of the late 1970s, a period marked by economic challenges, cultural shifts, and political change, embedding this coin with a sense of time and place beyond its physical design. Every imperfection on the coin, from tiny scratches to slight discolorations, represents interaction with real people, adding a human element to what might otherwise be considered a simple monetary unit, transforming it into a story-rich artifact. Even as a low-denomination coin, it carries symbolic weight, representing the enduring legacy of Lincoln and the artistic and historical significance of American coinage across more than a century of design evolution. For collectors, this coin serves as a tangible link to history, a piece that can be held, examined, and appreciated for its artistry, its historical resonance, and its journey through decades of circulation. The value of a circulated 1978 penny is not only in its monetary worth but in its narrative power, serving as a miniature storyteller of everyday American life and the enduring legacy of Lincoln's image. Collectors often seek coins like this for their authenticity, appreciating the unique characteristics imparted by circulation and the natural aging process that gives the coin a distinctive appearance and personality. Even the smallest features, such as the slight fading of inscriptions or the softening of Lincoln's features, are of interest to numismatists, revealing the subtle effects of handling and the passage of time on copper over decades. The brown shade itself reflects the chemical interaction between copper and the environment, adding a warm, appealing aesthetic that is prized in circulated coins for its authenticity and natural beauty. Through its everyday use, this 1978 Lincoln penny has become a witness to the unfolding of history, from personal transactions to larger societal changes, offering collectors a tangible connection to a specific era in American life. While its face value is only 1 cent, the historical significance, condition, and collector appeal of this circulated 1978 Lincoln penny elevate it far above its original monetary role, transforming it into a prized numismatic item. Next up, the 1985 Lincoln penny, 1-cent coin without a mint mark in circulated condition, might at first glance appear as an ordinary piece of pocket change, yet it holds a deep and fascinating story for collectors and history enthusiasts alike. Though small in size and modest in denomination, this coin embodies nearly 8 decades of American history, art, and cultural evolution, serving as both currency and a tangible reminder of the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, whose profile has graced the penny since 1909. Minted at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the absence of a mint mark, this coin was part of a nationwide distribution that reached pockets, cash registers, and collections across the United States, touching the lives of countless Americans in everyday transactions. Its journey from production to circulation tells a story of economic history and cultural exchange, where even the smallest coin has a role in the larger narrative of the nation. The obverse of the coin presents the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, crafted by Victor David Brenner, a design that has endured through generations and conveys a sense of dignity, resilience, and reflection. Lincoln's face on the penny is more than mere decoration. It is a symbol of leadership, national unity, and the historical significance of the 16th president, whose ideals and actions continue to inspire Americans. Above Lincoln's portrait, the phrase, "In God We Trust," arches prominently, representing a long-standing tradition in U.S. coinage that links faith, civic life, and national identity. To Lincoln's left, the word liberty underscores the values on which the nation was founded, while to the right, the year 1985 anchors the coin in a specific historical moment, reflecting the socio-economic and cultural conditions of late 20th century America. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial dominates the design, a symbol introduced in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday. The intricate depiction of the monument conveys architectural precision and national reverence, capturing the spirit of memorialization and the enduring respect for Lincoln's legacy. The reverse also bears the inscriptions "United States of America" and "1 cent," affirming the coin's official denomination and origin. Beneath the Lincoln Memorial, the Latin phrase "e pluribus unum" connects the coin to a broader narrative of unity and collective identity, echoing the foundational principle that out of many states and citizens comes one nation, a theme central to Lincoln's presidency and to the ongoing story of American democracy. This particular 1985 penny in circulated condition carries the marks of its long and active life in commerce. Its copper surface shows signs of wear and handling, which add character and uniqueness, distinguishing it from pristine, uncirculated coins. Every scuff, scratch, and fading detail tells a story of hands that have used it, pockets that have carried it, and registers that have received it, giving the coin a tactile sense of history. The coloration, a mix of brown and subtle red tones, results from decades of exposure to air and handling, producing a warm, rich patina that appeals to collectors. This natural toning enhances the coin's aesthetic appeal while affirming its authenticity and long circulation. The slight darkening of certain areas and the smoothing of edges serve as evidence of its passage through countless daily transactions, each contributing to its narrative. Even the smallest details, such as the softening of Lincoln's cheek or the fading of lettering, are part of the coin's charm, showing that while it has endured decades of wear, it remains a recognizable and meaningful piece of numismatic history. Collectors prize circulated coins like this for their story, appreciating the human interactions and real-world journey they represent. This penny also reflects the era in which it was minted, a period of economic fluctuation, technological progress, and cultural change in the United States. It is more than just money. It is a lens into the daily life of Americans in the 1980s, carrying with it a sense of time, place, and social context that adds layers of meaning beyond its face value. The physical condition of the coin tells a story of practicality and longevity. Despite decades of circulation, the design remains identifiable, a testament to the durability of U.S. minting practices and the thoughtful artistry of Victor David Brenner. The details that survive, Lincoln's profile, the inscriptions, the memorial, allow collectors and enthusiasts to connect with history in a tangible way, touching a piece of the past that once moved seamlessly through American hands. A circulated 1985 Lincoln penny is particularly intriguing for collectors because it embodies the authenticity of everyday life. Unlike pristine, uncirculated coins that remain untouched in protective holders, a circulated coin has been tested by time, offering a narrative that includes wear, tear, and unique imperfections that no mint condition example can replicate. The coin's brown shade, a result of natural oxidation, creates a warm, earthy tone that enhances the visual appeal and emphasizes the lived-in history of the piece. These subtle variations in coloration make each circulated coin unique, even among coins of the same year and mint, adding a collectible value that goes beyond mere monetary denomination. From a numismatic perspective, even common Lincoln pennies carry educational and historical significance. They provide insight into minting techniques, copper composition, and design evolution, allowing enthusiasts to study and appreciate the craftsmanship of coin production and the subtle changes that occur over time. Collectors also value the 1985 Lincoln penny for its accessibility, representing a point where affordability meets historical interest. While it may not be rare in circulation, the coin's condition, tonal quality, and journey through American commerce make it a compelling addition to any collection, connecting modern collectors to the past. Holding the coin, one can imagine it passing through countless hands, children saving pennies in jars, merchants giving change, families using it in everyday life, each interaction leaving a trace on the surface, a testament to the coin's role as a silent witness to history. The narrative of a circulated 1985 penny extends beyond the individual coin itself. It is a part of the broader story of Lincoln pennies, a series that has been in continuous production since 1909, bridging generations, economic eras, and cultural shifts, each coin contributing to the rich tapestry of American numismatics. Every scratch and dent on this penny is a historical record. These imperfections are not flaws but markers of life, reminders that money is not only a medium of exchange but also a participant in everyday human experiences, recording the flow of society in subtle, tactile ways.